Hey, thanks for making this Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. Let's talk about VetCenters. I'm not sure if everybody's aware of them or if have seen them. They are not as known as the VA healthcare system, right? So VetCenters are in fact part of the VA. However, they have a different branding, a different look, and a different feel. Why? Well, it's to try to break the stigma of the VA and get veterans in for primarily mental health concerns that they may have, right? They want to be able to see these folks in a non-VA kind of fashion because there's some people out there that are anti-VA, believe it or not, right? So this is just another doorway into the VA's system, I guess you could say it that way. And still, I will frame it up as the VA's ability to still reach out. You know, after Vietnam, there was a lot of, hesitation with the government, right? And I believe that it was, and I could be wrong, I'm going off of a very fuzzy memory, so if anybody knows the real truth, if I screw this up, please put it in the comments. I believe that they started after Vietnam in order to try to reach out to veterans from that whole era in a kind of a different way with a different branding, kind of a non-VA feel. So there's about 300 vet centers, and they are essentially readjustment counseling is what they are. And VA provides eligible veterans and their families readjustment counseling through 300 vet centers located in all 50 states, the District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, America Samoa, and Guam. And the reason why I'm bringing it up is because there is actually a press release from the Senate on this specific topic. And so I wanted to go through that with you. Boy, that is bright. Go through that with you to bring you up to speed and to get it in your awareness. So with that, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. My rooster's on one. I don't know if you hear him or not. So I will get through this for you. All right. So this is from the Senate Committee on Veterans Affairs. At hearing, Tester, who's the chairman of the committee, Tester presses VA to meet veterans' mental health needs with vet centers. Chairman urged VA to ensure its hiring is keeping pace with vet center demand. He's getting my rooster's getting further away, so I don't know if you can hear him now, but he agreed. All right, so this just came out the beginning of February. We'll call it a press release from the Senate committee. So let's dive into it. During a Senate Veterans Affairs Committee hearing yesterday, Chairman Jon Tester stressed the important role vet centers play in providing veterans, service members, and their families critical mental health services close to home. Tester underscored the importance of these community-based centers in rural areas, where they serve as critical mental health access points for veterans. There's a quotation: "Vet centers were established in recognition that many Vietnam era." See, let's start that again. I'm happy that I remembered. Oh God, it's been years. All right, vet centers were established in recognition that many Vietnam-era veterans were experiencing readjustment challenges and were wary of or geographically far from VA medical centers, said Tester. As a result, vet centers offer veterans the option to receive confidential mental health care services separate from VHA facilities. They also support a successful transition to civilian life by offering marriage and family counseling and serving as a resource for other VA benefits and services. Highlighting the unique role vet centers can play in offering mental health care for veterans and their families outside of the Veterans Health Administration, Tester said, "One thing that has always appealed to me about vet centers is that it's more laid back. It's much less structured, much more welcoming. Do you see that as being a priority for vet centers? And do you encourage that kind of less structured atmosphere where people can let their hair down and talk to other veterans?" And I would say yes. For those that have never been to a vet center, it is a different feel than walking into a VA medical center. It's way different, at least the ones that I've been to. It is more welcoming. It's more, it's a completely different feel. So anyway, check them out if you're interested in that stuff. So let's move on. Yes, we do encourage that. This is another quotation from the Chief Officer of Readjustment Counseling Services at the VHA, which is the Veterans Health Administration. Yes, we do encourage that. And I think that that's at the heart of what vet centers are, said Michael Fisher, VA's Chief Officer of the Readjustment Counseling Service at VHA. A non-bureaucratic, no wrong door, come and begin that journey to set goals. Tester also questioned Fisher on how VA's recent announcement that it exceeded its healthcare hiring goals and will continue to focus hiring on mental health care impacted vet center hiring. Fisher affirmed that VA's continued hiring focus on mental health care will also extend to vet centers. That's great. Moving on, the senator emphasized the need to ensure hiring keeps pace with vet center demand. Due to recent efforts by this committee, more veterans are eligible for services at vet centers than ever before. That's why it's critically important the vet center program is delivering high-quality services to the veterans who utilize it. Tester championed provisions to bolster VA's vet center workforce and expand the number of veterans eligible for vet center services through the Hannon Act and the support the resilience of our nation's great, strong Veterans Act. Vet centers are community-based counseling centers that provide a wide range of social and psychological services, including counseling to eligible veterans, service members, National Guard, reserve components, and their families. There are more than 300 vet centers across the country, and Montana, he always throws in Montana because that's where he's a senator, is home to 4 of these, with locations in Billings, Great Falls, however you say it, Kalispell, Missoula, and an outstation in Helena. And that concludes it. So just wanted to bring you up to speed. Vet centers are great. It's a great option, especially, look, this is what I'm going to throw out there. If you have not ventured into the mental health care arena and you feel as though maybe you should, but you really aren't that excited about going to the VA in this very, white-walled, atmosphere, check out a vet center. They are super good. You can go in there. There's going to be somebody probably sitting like at an open desk, just kind of sitting out on the floor with a bunch of pamphlets all over the place and, hey, how's it going? Walk in. I just wanted, I was curious, wanted to see, what you guys are all about and have a little bit of conversation. They'll tell you what they do. You'll grab a couple pamphlets and then you can ask them some questions and you can bounce out. And then you can re-engage. They'll have group sessions, one-on-one sessions. Sometimes they'll have counselors that will go out to other areas, maybe one day a month or twice a month or what have you to extend outreach. It just depends on the geographic area and the leadership there, but that's what I've seen. So in any case, check it out. It's a great option if that's something that you're looking to obtain. So thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you. Have a great one. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.